classify them into four. Some people will say we have Bitcoin, we have altcoins, we have tokens, and we have stablecoin. But still under altcoin, we can still have the tokens. So that's why I'm classifying them into three. Now, when we have these three type of cryptocurrency, we know Bitcoin does not support smart contracts, so Bitcoin is out of it. Now, when we have altcoins, now this is where we will now talk about the chains. When we are talking about altcoins are just cryptocurrencies that are built on a separate network other than Bitcoin. And this type of cryptocurrencies supports smart contracts, which means on each of these cryptocurrency networks, other cryptocurrencies can be created. And that is why today you can see that if we are buying a token or a signal is dropped, you hear that this particular token is BSC. We are buying this token and it's under BSC network. Or you hear that we are using BSC or BNB to actually buy that particular token, which means that particular token is built on what? On Binance Smart Chain network. Now, moving ahead. Okay, moving ahead. When we are talking about multi-chains and what? And cross-chains. When we are talking about chains, we have different cryptocurrency chains, and these chains is actually meaning blockchains. And when we are talking about blockchain networks, we have different types of blockchain networks. We have the Ethereum network, we have the Binance Smart Chain network, we have the Tezos blockchain, we have Solana chain, different chain, Avax chain, and many more. Now, moving ahead, when we are talking about these chains, we would understand that yes, these chains is actually different cryptocurrency networks, and each of these networks has their use cases and has what they do. Each of them has their utilities, have what they do, and what they have their capabilities actually. Now, when we are talking about these chains, that is where we derive at multi-chains and cross-chains. I don't want to just hit the topic on its head. Now, when we are talking about multi-chains, when we are talking about multi-chains is just a short form of multiple. And this is where we have the likes of Binance Smart Chain, we have the Ethereum chain, we have the Avax chain, and different types of chain. And this chains is just telling us that we have different cryptocurrencies or different tokens built on these networks, different networks. It's just trying to elaborate more that this particular multi-chains is just expressing on how cryptocurrencies are built on different networks. Just as we said, we are going to have a signal today on Ethereum network, which means if you are going to buy this particular token, you are going to use Ethereum instead of BSC that we've been using. You are going to use Ethereum to purchase that particular token, which means that token is created on what? On Ethereum chain or Ethereum network. The previous ones that we've been having, which is Binance Smart Chain network, we use BNB to buy them, meaning those particular tokens are actually what? Are actually built on what? On Binance Smart Chain. Now, when we are talking about multi-chain, it also expands to telling us more about how some cryptocurrencies are being built on different networks. Now, these multi-chains, the beauty of it is that it enables the efficiency or more use of these particular cryptocurrencies or tokens. Because when we are talking about multi-chains, cryptocurrencies can be built on different chains. Some types of cryptocurrencies would be able to be built on different chains. And a very popular example, you will notice that the likes of Shiba Inu, for those of us that are actually conversant or are intermediate, you will notice that Shiba Inu is built on different chains. We can actually use BNB to actually buy Shiba Inu because it's created on what? On Binance Smart Chain. Also, it's created on Ethereum chain. We can also use Ethereum to what? To buy Shiba Inu because it's built on what? On two chains, two or more chains. That is why we have multi-chain. It is called multi-chain. We have other cryptocurrencies too that are built on what? One or two or more networks. I think we have the likes of if you should check your Trust Wallet, I think Bitcoin is integrated and it's also have its own form of chain on the B20, which is the Binance Smart Chain. Yeah, we have different tokens. And from the language, you would understand that multi-chain is just talking about tokens that are built on multiple cryptocurrency networks. Let's take, for example, let's say we have a CryptoSafu token now. And CryptoSafu token is actually built on two blockchain. Let's say, for example, it's built on uh, Ethereum network and it's built on what? On Binance Smart Chain. Yeah, we can now say a CryptoSafu token is actually a multi-chain because it's built on what? On two what? Two blockchain, different networks, which means if I'm actually having Ethereum in my wallet, I can actually purchase CryptoSafu token with my what? With my Ethereum. And if you are also having BNB, you don't need to what? You don't need to freak out. You actually can buy this particular token with your BNB. Please, if we are following up, you can actually unmute your mic and say something. If we are following up, I don't like it to be boring. I want at least people to be following up. So it won't be like I'm talking to myself. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, are we following up? Are we getting what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you
yes,
very much.
yes.
Yeah, good. So
Yes, sir.
that is where we have what we
Yes,
call
you're very on
multi-chain.
point. And you can see,
Yeah,
okay, sorry. So I'm
okay.
sharing
Yeah, you can
screen
see.
just to like explain further whatever you are talking about. So people can,
Okay.
some people like visual and audio learning at the same time. Yeah, but you're very on
Yeah,
point. So thank you for
thank
the
you very much.
knowledge you're
So
sharing with us.
yeah, so moving on, we said we have this is what multi-chain is all about. So anywhere you come across multi-chain, it will just come to your head that yeah, multi-chain is just talking about what? Multiple chains. And the chain there, don't get it confused, just talking about what? Blockchain. Block what? Blockchain. And the multi there is just multiple what? Multiple chain. And it's just trying to tell us that some particular tokens are built on what? On different networks. On what? On different networks. And it makes it more what? More efficient. You can actually get it easily. Yeah, you can interact with what? Interact with it on different chains, on different what? Different networks. And remember the example I gave that okay, CryptoSafu token. Let's take for example, it's being built on what? On Ethereum network, and we also have it on the BSC network on two chains. Meaning CryptoSafu token is a what? Is a multi-chain what? Token. Is a what? A multi-chain token. Meaning if I'm having Ethereum, if it's dropped as a signal that we should actually buy CryptoSafu token. If I'm having Ethereum, I can actually use my Ethereum to buy. And if I'm using if I'm having BNB, I can also use BNB to buy because it's a multi-chain. Yeah. And now I want you to understand something. For it to be a multi-chain does not mean you can actually purchase it with any type of what? Of cryptocurrency. Yeah, it does not mean you can actually buy it with any form of cryptocurrency. It's just the cryptocurrency or the modern network that it's being built on than that you can actually use to buy what? To buy that token. Now let's take for example the CryptoSafu as it's built on Ethereum and BSC. If you are having AVAX or you are having any type of cryptocurrency other than these two, you can't actually use it to buy it because it does not what? It does not support that particular blockchain, and as it's not built on that what? On that blockchain. So it's just as simple as that. It's just as what? As simple as that. And now furthermore, when we are having this multi-chain, it makes it simpler for what? For transactions, because when you are having the BNB or whatever, and now you have your BNB in your wallet and you want to purchase a token on Ethereum network. Now you don't need to actually you don't need to actually start converting your BNB to Ethereum first. before buying that particular token. You can use your BNB to purchase it directly because when it's built
Yeah, I know that thing
on
do. I beg ask money, I beg. I know get
on
please.
multi-chain, when it's built on multi-chain, some cryptocurrencies or some tokens that are built on multi-chains usually have the same contract address, the same contract address. And this enables you to what? To be able to buy with any of the chain that you are holding. Let me come again. If you are having BNB in your wallet and that particular project or that token is a multi-chain or is built on two different networks and you're having one of the networks in your wallet, you don't need to transact or change your BNB to Ethereum to be able to buy. You can just purchase or just interact with the blockchain directly and you would what? You'll be able to what? To get it. You would be able to get it. You don't need to start changing your BNB to Ethereum or your BNB to the other network before buying. You can easily buy direct. Same thing if it's Ethereum you are buying you have in your wallet and you want to buy this particular token, you can just go directly and what and buy it. It would work out very, very what very, very perfect. And that is what multi-chain is all about. Multi-chain, multi-chain. And please be reminded, whenever you are trying to transact, the network fee, you must always have what? The network fee. Anyhow you want to do it. Let's take, for example, you are having USDT in, what's it called? In Binance Smart Chain Network, BSC network. You can actually use this to transact, but before you transact, you must have the mother what blockchain, which is what the BNB or the smart chain to actually what pay for network fee. If you're having USDT in your wallet on what on the Ethereum network ERC20, you definitely need the mother token, which is the Ethereum, to be able to what to transact or to use as what gas fee or what or network fee to what to complete the transaction. And this is where I would stop the explanation towards to multi-chains. Trust me, if I want to keep talking about multi-chains, we won't actually end the session today. So quickly, let's move towards to cross-chain. But before I proceed to cross-chain, I don't know if anybody actually have a question. Do anybody have question? Do we have any question on whatsoever I've been saying since? If you have any question, kindly you can use your mic. You can unmute your mic, ask your question before I actually proceed. That's if you actually have a question.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Okay, good evening. I can hear you, sir.
Thanks for the lecture so far. I'm learning something, but I'm convinced, and my question remains that because you said something about the multi-chain the other time, is there any way
Yeah.
for us to identify multi-chain token, like whereby we'll be given a token, then we can buy with any chain we have, maybe like BNB or BTC or USDT? Like, is there any way
Okay.
for us to identify a multi-chain token?
I love the question, but firstly, I would answer the question in 2 or 3 places. Firstly, I'll break the questions down, and the number one is that BTC does not support smart contracts, so you can't use BTC to interact with any of these DeFi protocols. So the number two is that, yeah, as this session it's an audio podcast, we'll still be having the practicals too, and we'll be showing you how to identify uh tokens or cryptocurrencies that have multiple chains. And I'll be using I can use my CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, or Dex tools. We've talked about Dex tools, how to use Dex tools, or the particular topic was learn Dex tools. Yeah, we'll be using Dex tools, so I'll be showing you these cryptocurrencies and how you can know if they are built on what on different blockchains. Same as I use Shiba Inu as example. Shiba Inu is built uh on Ethereum network, is on what is it called? Is on Binance Smart Chain network. Yeah, I think that's the two network I know about that is built on. I can't really recall of any token, but actually Shiba Inu has what? Two networks. Let me actually check something. Let me check something. So that is it. That is the answer to your question, though. I'll be
You
having
know,
All right,
a
sir.
live tutorial on how you can actually spot these types of
All right.
cryptocurrencies that have
All right.
multiple chains. Yeah, don't actually
All
rush it. Everything will be breaking down into what? Into pieces, and you will
right.
get everything. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So
Thank
that
you.
is it. You'll be shown on how this particular project you can spot what is it called? Spot them. Either they are built on different chains or they are on one chain. It's very easy. Trust me, everything here is actually very easy. But you just have to stick to the learning process. I hope you understand.
Yeah, I understood. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, you are welcome. So, do I still have any other question before I talk about the cross chain?
okay, just to jump in real quick, it's just that
Okay.
to further buttress the point of what you were talking about is like, the last signal we posted in the group is actually a token that is available on two chain, Ethereum and Binance.
Wow, great. I
Yeah,
did not
so
even
it's
pay attention
something.
to it.
Yeah, it's just like we don't want to get people distracted that it is available on two networks. So just for them to use
Yes,
the
yes,
Binance, and of course it is of lower gas fee. So that was what happened.
yes, yes, yes.
So
And
now that you are
yeah,
teaching us this, it is very important that we get to know more about the chains.
yes. So, you said something about gas fee. Yeah. And when we are talking about these networks, uh, these particular chains actually have the way they operate, different operations, and they actually have their required or total amount of network fees that are being used to carry out transactions. And Ethereum network usually have more gas fee. You need more amount of money to actually perform transactions on the Ethereum network. But since the BSC network or the Binance Smart Chain network is very, very cheaper to execute, that is why calls on BSC are actually dropped. So you'll be able to understand how things work perfectly. So moving forward, we are going to talk about the cross chain. The cross chain. So cross chain, there's no really big deal to cross chain. What cross-chain is just all about is the opposite of multi-chain. The opposite of multi-chain. And why is it the opposite of multi-chain? As I said, it's something very simple. I'm looking for a very simple example to use. But let's proceed. I might get it before we actually round up. So cross-chain is just telling us uh, chains are being how you won't be able to interact with different chains at the same at the same time. Yeah, as I said, it's the opposite of what multi-chain. Let's take for example when you have your what's it called USDT in BSC network, or you have your Ethereum, you have to You have to swap it to BSC to actually carry out these transactions because that particular token is just It's just on a chain. So you have to You have to swap. Let's take you for example, you have Ethereum, you have to swap your Ethereum back to BNB because Because that particular project or that token is not on Ethereum network. That is just cross chain. What cross chain is talking about. More of like what? Okay, let me not introduce that space. But the beginner's explanation or the basic explanation is just that you won't be able to what to interact with this network directly. You have to what you have to change from one to what to the other before you be able to what to carry out the transaction. Okay, good. We have an example on the multi-chain. That particular token, Planet, is available on the Ethereum network and also available on the what on the Binance Smart Chain network. So we have a very good example here. So moving forward, talking about the cross chain, and that is where uh we bring about bridging. I'm sure a lot of you would have heard about bridging. You have to what to bridge one network to the other before you be able to what to carry out your transaction. You have to what to swap. You have to swap if you are having this particular token on the Ethereum network, or this particular cryptocurrency is on the Ethereum network. You have to swap it, or you what you change it to another network or another chain before you actually be able to to carry out transaction, because it's not the same it's not the same chain. That is why we say it's cross. You have to cross from one chain to the other. Yeah. And now it's now becoming easy because we have different applications that enables you to carry out this bridging or these swaps easily. Let's take, for example, if you are having Ethereum in your wallet and you need BNB. You know, the normal procedure is for you to transfer your BNB to your Binance, you sell it or you change it to USDT. After changing it to USDT, then you buy Ethereum, then you have to transfer your Ethereum back to your wallet before you'll be able to use. Yeah, that's the normal procedure. But now we have a level of advancement whereby all these decentralized wallets, more of like your Trust wallets, your SafePal, and other wallets. We have cross-chain wallets that allows these types of transactions. You don't actually need to send your BNB to Binance or an exchange, a centralized exchange, to swap or to sell and buy before you get what you want. You can actually what you can actually do the transactions immediately on your on your wallet. That is, if that particular wallet or yeah, your wallet, if that wallet is actually accepting cross-chain bridge. Now, the example on this cross-chain bridge is just that, as I said, when you have a USDT on the Ethereum network, and you actually want to use USDT on the Binance Smart Chain network, you know that it's two different things. It's two different things. Now, how it works is that when you want to change this particular USDT to the other chain, you need to have the mother token of that particular chain you have initially to be able to cross to the other chain. Let's take, for example, as I said, you have USDC on the Ethereum network. You need to have what? You need to have Ethereum in your wallet to be able to carry out this cross chain. When we'll be having the practicals, I'll be using SafePal as example. If you're having USDT in your wallet in SafePal, you can easily change it to another chain. Let's say, for example, you are having USDT BP20, you can easily change it to USDT ERC20 or TRC20 immediately without transferring your assets to another exchange or trying to sell or change it on another exchange. You can easily do what we call bridging. You change from one network to the other. And to be able to do this, you need to have the mother token, as I said. If you are changing from BP20, which is Binance Smart Chain, you need to have what? You need to have some amount of BSC or BNB in your wallet to carry out the transaction. And there's some amount of USDT or there's some amount of network fee that will be taken, and the transaction would be will be done easily. We have different wallets that actually does that. So that is everything about cross-chain. Cross-chain is not really big like that. It's just telling us how you need to bridge from one network to the other, cross from one network to the other. But multi-chain is just trying to tell us how different projects or different tokens can be built on two or more blockchains. Yeah, so that is just everything on introduction to multi-chains and cross-chain. Very brief and interesting. And I hope we all got something very interesting from these explanations that I've made. Probably in the next session, we might be having the practicals where I'll show you all of these things that I have explained. But after the session, I'm sure a document or a PDF will be provided so you can actually read through. And if you have any question, you can drop on the group and you tag any of the admins to it. And trust me, your questions would be answered. So that will be everything for today. If you have any questions or anything that it's somehow confusing, you can bring it up and I would answer your questions. So do we have any questions or anything at all that you think is confusing? So I'll be able to answer it before I drop the mic.
All right, so hello guys. Do we have any questions to ask? Anything bothering our mind? We have more experienced guys with us now who can actually assist with any of these questions. So do we have anyone who is ready to ask any question, or we move straight to our giveaway for tonight? All right, so no one is having any question for tonight. So can we move to the giveaway section? Or if you are listening to this and you have a question, anything bothering your mind about the multi-chains, the cross-chains, knowing the difference between the two, or you want to know something even more better, a better insight about multi-chains, do you have any question about it, for Crypto Cabal to answer? All right, cool. So if we are not having any questions, so let us move into the giveaway we have tonight. So the giveaway we are going to be, so before we move into the giveaway, at Crypto Cabal, this was a very good section. So thank you very much for the this is even a very vital information. It is very, very on point and straight to the to what we need to know about multi-chain. So loving you, I think tonight is the first time you are joining us. Do you have any question you want to ask? You can decide to unmute and speak if you have any question.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for today. I do really appreciate. Although there is no any question, my question has already been answered. So I think it's fine. So no question.
All right, thank you. So we really appreciate you for being here with us. So now, if we think all of us are cool and we are good to go, so let us move to our giveaway section tonight. So the giveaway we are always doing is just for us to have some encouragement to test some things out. So we are going to be sharing BNB for the winner to be able to know. You are going to be having gas fee to explore some things, to check some things out, and give yourself some level of confidence about trying out anything that we have been taught or gone through so far in the community. So for tonight, the document to check through and have a better insight will be dropped in the group, and we can check and also learn better from it as well. So we have a PDF document prepared for us. It will be dropped in the group. So the question for tonight is going to be simple. The process to get the reward for tonight will be simple. So I'm going to ask a question. I will give room for anyone to answer, and Crypto Cabal will pick the best answer from the question. So my question will be that who can differentiate between cross-chain and multi-chain for us. So anyone getting the answer correctly at CryptoKaba will decide, and the winner can drop their address in the group, and yeah, we can give reward for the winner. So do we have anyone who can give us the best answer for the difference between cross-chain and multi-chain? This is what we've done tonight. So the floor is open for anyone to answer the question. All right, so guys, are you with us? Do we have anyone who can give us the answer to that? So we have the best answer win $3 in BNB. Otherwise, if we have no one ready for the challenge, we can call it a day, and save ourselves. Okay, Shelby, are you trying to answer the question?
Yeah. I'm trying to.
Okay, so give it a try. Let's see.
Good evening, everyone.
Difference. Yeah, good evening, Shelby.
Yeah. Like our tutor said, he said about multi-chains. Like is a let me just say it's a token built on different chain at the same time. Hello, are you with me?
Yeah. You have the floor. Just answer your question with confidence.
Just like example of a token.
Okay.
Like you made example of a Shiba Inu built on Ethereum BP20 ERC20 and Binance Machine BP20, which someone can interact with different network, interact from different network rather. And he talked about cross-chain also, where you have to bridge, like maybe like where you have to bridge to interact with the chain. Example, maybe token built on ERC20, and if you're on BP20, you have to bridge from BP20 to ERC20 to interact with the network.
Yeah. So that is quite your own explanation about multi-chain and cross-chain, right?
Yeah. My only
okay, cool. Understanding. Yeah, it's fine. So we have that. At CryptoKaba is going to pick the winner. That is your own answer to that. So do we have any other answer, or anyone who want to give us an answer in his or her own understanding to the question again? The question is, what is the difference between cross-chain and multi-chain? Do we have any other person who is ready to answer that? So we have other guys on the call. We have Ola, Montana, David, Emily, Ayade, Loving You. Do we have any other person who is ready to answer that, or we decide on Shelby answer to the question? Okay, so no one is opposing the motion. So then at CryptoKaba, you have the floor. Does the answer suit your does the answer suit correctly? So you can decide on that.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Actually had a great one there. Though I would have loved if someone else have something to say, but I understand that there's this phobia of expressing yourself for what you actually have to say about things. But I'm really glad someone here was able to come up with something. That's to show that we have really learned something, and a lot of persons have learned something from this call. So I think Shelby should be awarded the giveaway tonight. So thank you very much, sir.
All right, so thank you so much. It is a great day, a great section tonight. So we really appreciate Shelby for being the winner of tonight's um cross section. So you gave us the answer that suits to the question. So all you have to do is just drop your address in the on the group chat. So you'll be awarded your reward for getting the answer correctly. Yeah. So thank you so much. So we keep learning and we keep encouraging ourselves to even learn better. And this is one of the things that we've created the community to look after and to work after. So it's a great night today having Crypto Kaba to be our coach and hosting us, and not just doing that, giving us some rich information and knowledge about cross-chain and multi-chain. So we are really happy for this. So we can make this a great night by reading the PDF we are going to be dropping in the group just to enrich our knowledge better. So thank you everyone for joining. Do we have anyone who have anything to say before we call it a day for tonight? Crypto Kaba, are we good to go? Shelby, are we good to go? Loving you, Emily, David, are we good to go?
Yeah, we are good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
All
Yeah,
right,
we are
perfect.
good.
So thank you. Thank you. I'm going to be ending the call. Bye.